Because sometimes we think that promise prevents accountability. Listen, just because you have the favor of God in your life, just because you're the chosen one, that does not reduce nor does it relieve us from accountability. Yes, we are a peculiar people. Yes, we are God's children. Yes, we are of the chosen generation. But David's anointing and past victories didn't excuse present sin. So God's calling never cancels God's standards. Oh, God. It never does. And for some reason, the church today, we've gotten it mixed up. We've gotten it mixed up into thinking that because you're called, that there is no accountability. And because we have God's call on our lives, that God changes his standards. No, he doesn't. For you and for me, the standards remain the same. Coach Mike Tomlin had a statement, he coined a phrase called "the standard is the standard." And so when we look at this, no amount of gifting, no amount of legacy, no amount of longevity exempts any of us from living with integrity. Pastor, well, man, I mean, what are you talking about, man? Because, I mean, nobody's perfect. I'm not talking about perfection. I'm talking about persistent pursuit of perfection. And what I mean by that is, when I say persistent pursuit, I'm not saying you're going to ever obtain it here, because you won't. I won't either. None of us will. That's one of the reasons I tell people, be very careful. Don't put me on a pedestal. I'm not on a pedestal, because if you put me on a pedestal, you can bring me down off of one. But what I do believe is that I have a platform, and because I have a platform, there's a certain amount of responsibility that comes along with that. So nothing that we do, our gifting, our legacy, doesn't matter how many generations deep you've been in and around church, or your family has grown up with Jesus. It doesn't matter. Success is supposed to sharpen our discipline. The more you see God's favor on your life, the more you see God doing for you and I see him doing for me, the more we see God do for us, what it should do is it should sharpen our discipline, not soften it. There are a lot of people who become more lackadaisical, and they become more apathetic and even lethargic in their own discipline, because we see the favor of God working in our lives. I'm telling you right now, what needs to happen is we need to understand that promise does not prevent accountability.